So I gotta start this off. T's and P's to Ron Rivera. Nobody likes cancer, so we're with him in the battle. But with all due respect, is Ron Rivera a fucking stooge?
Whoa, come on.
With all due respect has been used a lot. And that is such a Canadian thing to do right there.
Jeez.
Isn't that? That is just Canada to a T right there. Isn't that right, Gumpy?
Dewey is not getting a fair shake.
Yeah. By the way, is Canada a big Dwayne Haskins town?
Huge.
I love Dewey.
Gumpy this morning was legitimately upset about Dwayne Haskins getting benched here. Like, legitimately upset. He's a Dolphins fan, so I don't fully understand it. But why is it? And by the way, none of us understand exactly what's going on.
No.
This could be business because it's a new head coach, new GM, and he's a quarterback drafted from the previous regime. Even though he hasn't gotten a fair shake, like, the NFL can be incredibly rude sometime. But other than that, you just seem like you love the guy.
Me and AJ being both Ohio State guys, I think we're big Haskins guys.
Oh, okay. AJ, is that how you feel? Yeah?
Yeah, we are, but I wonder if Gumpy is. I wonder because he's from Canada, and we know Canadians are known to be some of the nicest people in the world. Like,
really?
Polite.
Oh, yeah, very nice.
So they're thinking, hey, this guy's getting screwed. Like, that's not nice.
That guy from Canada just buried Ron Rivera. He has cancer.
He said but he was sticking up for Dwayne Haskins.
He was.
So, hero, villain. I don't know.
Man.
That's an interesting. What he said about Rivera.
There has to be more to it, Pat. Like, it can't. I don't know. It does seem early, but there's got to be more to this.
The question about another young quarterback has now been popped up on the table this morning. Number one trend in the United States this morning, Dwayne Haskins. In his second year, he has been benched in lieu of Kyle Allen. And last week, Ron Rivera, who is hopefully kicking cancer's ass while doing this, while rebuilding.
Fight hard, man.
Yeah. Rivera's strong. We're all with you there, bud.
No doubt.
He came out and said that there is a time limit on Dwayne Haskins if he's not getting better or team's not winning or whatever. And it was very interesting because we all assume that this year Ron Rivera and the Washington football team were viewing it as a building team, right? We're a team with no name. Okay, we have a team with no name. We have a new GM. We have a new head coach. We have a new entire building operation thing after a couple exposés have come out. The entire thing's on fire. We have our young quarterback that we want in the future. We drafted in the first round. He looks pretty good at football there last year in a building that was on fire. Now, and I talked to Dan Orlovsky this morning about this because he tweeted about this is insane that Dwayne Haskins is getting benched because he said they have a bottom 5 offensive line. They have a bottom 5 skill unit. They have a new offensive coordinator who's calling plays. They have a new team name. They have a new head coach who's currently battling against cancer. What was the expectation for Dwayne Haskins to come out and just win every game all by himself? How do you do this? And do you go back to Dwayne Haskins at any point and start him? Or is this Dwayne Haskins Washington football team thing coming to an end here with Kyle Allen and whoever they end up inevitably drafting again next year? Because we all know in the NFL, if the GM doesn't bring you in, he has no loyalty to you, no matter who you are. And I thought Dwayne has played great football. This is a very intriguing situation.
It really is. And what you just posted up there, I think Kimberly Martin put that out there about all the different changes for Dwayne Haskins. There was a quarterback that played in Washington late 80s, early 90s, Jason Campbell. You remember him?
Yeah.
He, in college at Auburn, I believe, went through 4 years and 4 different offensive coordinators. I think in his NFL career, let's say in the first 9 years, if I'm not spot on, I think I'm pretty close. 8 different between head coaches, coordinators, the whole deal. So he was a number 1 pick and never got to blossom because there was no stability. Dwayne Haskins is on that track early here. Now, the question that we would be able to ask, or we would want to ask, and I will guarantee we wouldn't get an explanation that we would be able to run with because you don't say things outside the locker room. Are there other reasons that Ron Rivera is making this move? You remember last year there was talk about his work ethic. Was he doing all the right things? Was he in the classroom like he was supposed to be? Was his weight right? Well, he came back this year. His weight was down. He was a dedicated kid. He did all the right things. I'm struggling. Like Dan Orlovsky said, why would you take a kid that you're hoping is your future and not play it out with him this year and find out? Get a real view. The Kyle Allen thing, I know that there's a trust factor for Ron Rivera and Scott Turner because they had him in Carolina, and maybe this is their way of signaling to the rest of the roster, we're trying to win games. Remember Brian Flores last year with Fitzpatrick?
Yeah.
And Josh Rosen. Guys, we're still trying to win games. Rosen didn't hit real well. They put him on the bench. They went with Fitzpatrick. So maybe it's a little bit of that. But I would want to know everything I need to find out about Dwayne Haskins, every situation possible, since I invested a number 1 pick in him, because I may have to go that route again next year if I don't like what I see. But I think this is really soon, minus something we don't know about in the locker room.
He was about 2 decades off on Jason Campbell, but his point was correct.
When he said 80s, 90s, there was a quarterback, and then he said Jason Campbell, I was like, that's a different Jason Campbell.
Born in the 80s, I think.
I believe he was drafted the same year Rodgers was. 2005. Yeah.
He was drafted.
Yeah.
Still, hey.
Right, though.
The point remains.
He was right about the point.
The point
stands.
Yes,
He did. I looked it up. He had 4 offense coordinators and 3 head coaches, I think. And
I think our entire office, as soon as he said that, we all.
Took a double take.
Is that the same guy? Are we talking about?